Peace and blessings. I hope you guys are doing well. I give praise and thanks to the Most High of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to his son, Abimelech King, Yoshua Mashiach. Now, I'm not going to be on here long, but if this video just happens to be long, I apologize right now firsthand, but I have to get this off of my chest because, like I said, I don't know when's going to be my last day. So I have to be sure to, well, I've compiled everything that I have. This is just all in public record right now. I'm not going to show any of the documents that I have because I still have to go to the recorder's office and get some other stuff too. If need be, I will. It's just in Norwalk where I am in Cali. But I have to make this video because these are the people who are involved in my targeting Jumpstarting, okay? Because my family don't have any type of connections like that to be able to do this. Maybe they do, I don't know. But I'm gonna say this, I know for certain that because of this, because like I said, I was putting together a litigation case against my cousin who had, like I said, committed undue influence, fraud, and forgery, okay? As well as foul play, meaning that he conspired not with just his girlfriend, okay, but with the in-home support worker named Shamiki Stringer, okay, and Annette Cassandra Nelson, who is the realtor. Like I said, she is the quote-unquote common law, I guess you can say, grandmother to my cousin, Jonathan Vincent Booker. If you want to say common law, because that's really not a thing. I mean, common law don't hold up. I mean, come on, either you married or you're not. But I'm only using that just for communicative purposes. But his mom, my cousin, Jonathan's mom, Valerie Hollins, she died January 26, 2016. I believe it was the 26th, 2016, okay? My grandfather, he preceded her in death in 2016 as well, but that was in October 2nd of 2016, okay? Annette Cassandra Nelson, also the realtor, she has a son named Paul Hudson. I still have yet to find him. See, it's hard to find him because that's why he keeps a low profile, because he does a lot of fraud, forgery shit as well for his mother. Him and his mother is like two peas in a pod. You know, you would think that they were this in this marriage, this weird ass freaking marriage, the way that they, help each other, cover each other's tracks, doing all the scheme and shit that they do. So I don't have no picture of him. I can't find it because he ain't listed. He's not going to be listed, because he already know what the deal is. Okay. So I'm only doing this to expose these people because, like I said, they are the main reason why my targeting has jump started. I already know now that I've already been in the program since I was a kid. But when it officially became activated was when I decided to put together a litigation case. I have all the evidence to prove my stance. Since then, it has been them trying to assassinate me. I've had many assassination attempts. Don't play with me because this is the truth. I ain't got to lie about this shit. And I'm going to tell you how. You know I'm not lying. You know why? Because my story still remains completely intact. It does not change. I don't embellish it. I don't exaggerate it. It remains exactly the same. So I just want to show you guys these things. And just to see exactly how much he went off with, because the truth is that she got paid money too. I'm talking about the realtor. Everybody got paid money. Okay. I don't know if they split the money or not, but after this, I'm gonna basically give you a guesstimation of what I believe they got roughly over, and it's close to $1 million, if not a little bit over that. Okay. Now let me show you guys who these people are first before I get into the specifics. All the accounting sides of things. So, her right here. This is Annette Cassandra Nelson. Her middle name is Cassandra. Okay? If it's real, because here's the thing, this woman, she loves to use she likes to use variations of her name. Like she'll use Nettie, or just, she keeps her last name intact, but she'll use Nettie, or Cassandra, or she'll put her full name, so she does that a lot. Okay, she does that a lot. But this is the real estate agent, okay, who sold my grandmother's property and my grandfather's property. Now, this all happened illegally because, like I said, when my grandfather passed away in 2016, October 2nd, immediately, my grandfather we didn't even identify his body yet, okay? And my cousin, what he did was he probed open my grandfather's safe. Okay, let me go to his picture so y'all can see, because I want y'all to get it. Yeah, this is him. Okay, this is Jonathan Vincent Booker, okay? All right, this is him. He probed open my grandfather's safe, okay? Stole all my grandfather's valuables. It was gold, and he took the insurance policies as well as the living trust and or will, okay? He did this. And she knew about it. So did this person right here. This was the in-home support worker who was working for my grandmother at the time. And she gave my grandmother a stroke, did all types of stuff. And I believe that this is the person that they used to do the dirty work. She poisoned my grandfather, gave my grandfather the heart attack. Actually, I believe that they used her also to give my aunt a stroke, because she had a stroke. My aunt did, my Aunt Valerie. And this woman was responsible for that. And I know that because when I actually officially got there after my Aunt Valerie passed in 2016, when I decided to sacrifice pretty much everything that I was doing at that time to take care of my grandmother and grandfather, mind you, they were not living in the same house. My grandmother and grandfather were separated, but my grandmother still stayed as a landlord in the family home, okay, while my grandfather lived at his property, okay? But this woman was taking care of my grandmother part-time because I was living there, so she wasn't a live-in at all. But once I got there, they were already telling me that, this woman was stealing things, she was doing all types of things, so once I got there, I didn't see any of those things, right away, okay? But this is the woman, Shamiki Stringer, okay? This is her. She got all that Middle Eastern writing on there because she already knows what she's done. So they always do that. They always do that because they think that they're going to cover their tracks to try to hide the fact that they've done something so fucking inhumane to people, all in the name of money. Okay? So let me go back to her. This is the realtor who sold not just my grandmother's house, but my grandfather's as well. And I can prove it. Okay, let me just go ahead and get into the house. Okay, so this is the family home that I was talking about, 860 West 74th Street. This is in South Central, okay? This is in South Central. This is the house that I pretty much grew up in. My grandmother raised me she helped raise me. I won't say like she fully raised me, but she helped raise me. I was always there. This was the family home though. This is what we knew. And we knew of my grandfather's house as well. And this house was built in the 1920s, I believe. So just imagine, my grandparents moved out here from Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, in I want to say maybe the early 70s to late 60s to early 70s. I don't know specifically, but I know that because they were here during the Black Panther movement, all that, and they were here during the Watts riots, all of that. Okay, so. But this house was built in the 1920s. So just imagine, this whole entire block on Hoover Street was filled and owned by black people, okay? This whole entire block was owned by black people. Now, when you go over there, who do you think is owning them places? You only probably got about maybe 2 people still on that block who owns it because the grandparents did well by giving it to their children. But the kids did even better by making sure they kept that in the family and not selling it. So who do you think is living up in that area now, overpopulating that area now, and who they sold it to, basically? A whole bunch of Spanish people. Okay, Spanish people. All right, that's what they've done. Okay, Now, I want to show you guys exactly how much, here we go. It sold for. So it sold for $310,000. And they sold that March 3rd, 2017. And that is correct, because I remember in 2017, by that point I had already left out. They wanted me out, because there was things that I was seeing anyways, and we weren't, meshing well, so there was a lot of bugs in my grandparents' ear, and they felt like, oh, okay, well then fine, he got to go. But they wanted me to come back. My grandmother did. She wanted me to come back, but I wouldn't come back because I was so mad, at them, and not just so much my grandmother, because she's old. So she doesn't have any choice but to listen to what people are saying to her, especially if it's her family. So, I get it. I wasn't really holding that against her, but I was mad at her for a little bit, because I'm like, come on now, I'm your grandson too, So I didn't want to go back and help take care of her. I was like, okay, well, y'all wanted me out. I'm out. I still went over there to try to, see about them and stuff like that. But as far as living in and helping, no, I didn't want to. And by then, Shamiki Stringer, the in-home support worker, she was still there. So March 3rd, 2017, when they officially sold it, they moved Jonathan and Annette and Paul, all of them together. Because my cousin doesn't have the intelligence and skill sets to be able to orchestrate this. He doesn't. That's why I know for certain this was all ran by Annette Cassandra Nelson and Paul Hudson, her son. Okay? Because my cousin don't even have the necessary skills in real estate. I do. I was working in real estate before I even actually took on the job to help my grandparents. I had a job as a real estate assistant, property management assistant. I was working in an office at Realty Executives, okay? In Bristol Parkway in Culver City, California. And that's a fact. Okay? That's a fact. So I know this stuff. Don't play with me. Now, he moved my grandmother out of this house, his family home, moved her out of her element, moved her to Burbank. I don't really know where she went, where he moved her to Burbank, but I know, by that point, when I had found out, because I couldn't get in contact with her, they had erased all types of contact. They made sure that we couldn't get in contact with her to see where she was. So officially, when I got word that she moved to Burbank, that was like around in, August, I believe. That was in like August. So it was hot by that point, real hot. So he took her out of her element and moved her there. Sold the house, got $310,000. But this is what you guys need to understand. Annette Cassandra Nelson, who was the realtor, she sold for my cousin this house, the family home. Okay. So she got a double percentage though. She got the commission percentage from selling this house, and then she got a commission percentage from selling it for the buyer. Now, I couldn't find out how to get it because I have to go and pull that MLS report again where it actually says the name of the company who bought this house from him. Okay? And that she sold it for as well. So she got double the percentage. But I remember the company being called something like Obsidian, and it's owned by like it's Asians who own that, which is very, very interesting because his wife, now, she's Asian. Yeah. So I'm not stupid. I know how this shit works. They sold it to people that she knows. Her family. They sold it to people in her family. I ain't stupid. I know that that's what y'all did. Okay? So that's what that happened, right? They got $310,000 off of that, right? That's what he got for that. All right? Hold on one second because I want to show you guys something. So this is what the house looked. This is kind of like just a view of what the neighborhood kind of looks like, now. I mean, it doesn't look like that now because this is an old picture. I'm going to show you exactly what, see, it's closed, $310,000, right? And look, right here. Listed by Caldwell Banker Vista Realty, Annette Nelson. Is that not her? Look, is that not her? Don't play with me. I know that that's you. See, they didn't think, like, come on, y'all didn't even think to try to cover your tracks But she thought, look, Caldwell Banker Vista Realty, Annette Nelson, but she don't even work there no more. She don't work there no more. She don't, because she's in Valencia, California now, but she did used to work for Caldwell Bank. That's the reason why it says Caldwell Bank there. You know what I mean? But let me tell you what she thought she was doing. So that ain't her. See? Look, Caldwell Banker. Ain't nobody stupid. Ain't nobody stupid. Come on now. This ain't you. Because then if so, it'll be listed here in the houses that she sold. People can, if you want to do your own research, you can. You don't have to. I'm doing it for you. But I can promise you, this ain't the lady. So I'm not even going to go through that and try to make it look like as if, oh, well, maybe she sold out. No, I know she didn't. Because it's not going to be there. But she did that to cover her tracks. Okay? Because she no longer works for Caldwell Bank. And she knew that. She works for now. Hold on one second. Let me go to it. She works for, this is her. See, look, Nettie Nelson. You see the same picture? Nettie Nelson right here. Yep. This is who she works for. One Realty, One Group. Okay. One Realty, One Group. Okay. That's who she works for. And funny thing enough is that it doesn't even show. It doesn't list my grandparents' properties that she sold, because it should be here. You don't see it. Nowhere. Okay? Nowhere. All right? Now, this is my grandfather's property. This was built in 1922. My grandfather was left this property by his godparents, who were black. Okay? Who were black. And they actually sold this to some more of her family. Okay? And it's 3 units in the back of that house. Okay? 3 units in the back of that house. And this is how much it's worth right now. $812,000. Okay? It's worth $812,000. All right? That's how much it's worth. 936 East 23rd Street. And they've sold this illegally, without my consent, without my brother's consent or my sister's consent. But I'm going to tell you this. My sister, she sided with him and got a little phony, $2,000 that he paid you. And you could have had over $500,000 that would have been equal, that should have been equally split between all 6 of us, if we're counting my other 2 brothers outside of the union of my father and my mother. So if we don't count them, that's more. But if we count them, we got to, because I know that those are my brothers, whether they want to claim them or not. That's the reason why my cousin and, his whole team, Annette and Paul Hudson and Shamiki Stringer, they went and paid them off so that they don't get involved. I know that for certain. Paid them a little measly old money, but y'all don't understand how much these motherfuckers got. They got over $1 million. I'm telling you, they did. I ain't stupid. Okay? And look, so we know that she sold it, obviously. Okay? And this is just, this is just it. I mean, this is the 860 West. I'm sorry. I was supposed to go back to my grandfather's property, but I wanted to show you guys, this is how it looks now. My grandmother's property right now. Well, it was my grandfather's, but she was the landlord. This is what it looks like now. Literally. You see how they flipped it? Oh, why did I do that? You see how they flipped it? Let me see. Where is it? That's my grandfather's property. Forgive me. I'm just a little bit unorganized. Not that much, though. But I just want to show you guys what it looks like now, though. Because this is important. See? This is what it looks like now. I have to go... Where's that picture? Here they are. Because I want to show you guys exactly what they've done to the house. So I showed you guys what it looks like before. This is 860 West 74th Street. See? Right here. But it doesn't say 860 anymore. It's 862. Okay? But this is what it looks like now. We had a big backyard. And it was like a shed that my grandfather had built. And they used to grow, foods. We had a banana tree. We had a grape tree. We had all types of fruit and peppers and cabbages and stuff like that. It was just, man, I miss it. But this is what they've done. And funny thing enough, it's interesting that, the people that she sold it
for the Obsidian Company, whoever they sold it to. This is what they've done, to it. They flipped the house. And they made it into a duplex. And funny thing enough is that, my grandfather actually, he wanted it to be like this. He actually wanted to make apartments. This is what he wanted us to do with it. He was telling us this when he was still alive. So it's funny enough how my cousin thought that he deserved everything, huh? Ran off with everything and he legally sold it. And if everything was really truly left to you, how come y'all had to put a hit out on me? Huh? How come y'all had to try to kill me, to silence me, to shut up? Making threats and shit like that to me. Saying that you're gonna sue me for slander, sue me for defamation, but you guys never done that because everything I'm saying is 100% the truth. Okay? That's that. And I want to show you guys this. This is my grandfather's property right now. It's 936 East 23rd Street, okay? Look at this. Look at this. In the last 12 years, this home has increased its value by 182%. So just imagine. Look at this home. It's 810,000. 810,000. That's how much the value has increased, right? Because they actually received 575,000. That's how much it sold for, I believe. Let me see where I can find that because I don't want to be just up here talking. That's the other one. It should be up here. Yeah, there it is. See? 936 East 23rd Street. It said this home last sold for $575,000 on April 3rd, 2018. Didn't I tell y'all that's when this shit started? That's when my targeting officially got activated in April 2018. You know why? Because by that point, I was already on that property talking to the tenants who stayed in those 3 units in the back. It was only one woman, and I got a confessional from her. A live confessional that I recorded of her telling me what happened. What she was seeing, people coming and going up out of my grandfather's house, them selling things, coming to pick up the rent, people that she don't even know. Because she knew us. She knew us. Okay? She knew all the grandkids, but she didn't know all those other people. Okay? She knew all those other people who was coming up there. And I said, okay, well, can you've been here for over 10 years, so can you confirm my grandfather's signatures? That's exactly what she did. She confirmed my grandfather's signature. I guarantee you that lady don't live back there no more. And if she does, they paid her ass to shut the hell up. And if she don't, I'm pretty sure they paid for her to relocate because they're supposed to. So I'm sure they paid her to relocate and probably a little hush change as well. Her, and she had like maybe 3 kids back there with her. Because I think she had the biggest unit back there because it's 2 bedrooms back there for 1 unit. The other 2 units are just a 1 bedroom. So she had, I'm sure, the one that had the most rooms because she had kids. So yeah, that happened. Okay. And I want to show you guys what the duplex on the 860 West 74th Street, what that is worth, Now, the value of that has increased so much because, the value of this place that they flipped. See, that's why it says 10 beds and it still has this old picture. It says 10 beds, 6 bath because they turned it into a duplex. Okay? Look at that. Look at that. Look. For 860 West 74th Street, in the last 9 years, this home has increased its value by 399%. Look at this home, December 21st. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. And they so stupid. He's so stupid. Look, I gotta go to the damn picture just to show y'all how dumb this nigga is. I don't care. I said it. He's a dumb fucking CooNell. I call them those. I call the dudes CooNells, and I call the girls the CooNishas. I don't care what nobody say. This motherfucker is a damn CooNell, a straight up CooNell. Cause your dumb ass, you literally, do you know how much you could be getting right now, bro? If you would have been fair. If you would have been fair and did what you're supposed to do. But the truth is that I don't want none of this stuff. Because to the average person looking in, they might say, oh, well, you sound bitter, you sound jealous. No, I'm not. Because the truth is that the Most High has already shown me that that stuff is not promised to me. My lot is something else. Do you know how much money I turned down? I turned down over $500,000 that I could have equally got if it would have been split 6 ways. If it would have been split 6 ways. Okay? I turned down that. But if it wasn't going to be split 6 ways and it was just going to be split 4 ways, me, my brother, my sister, and him, I would have got a lot more than that. We would have gotten at least $800,000, close to $800,000 each. Okay? Close to that, I said. So, don't play with me. You a fool, man, and you a sellout. The Most High already told me that stuff, in order to obtain that mess, you see, he joined them. Because my grandfather was a Mason. He was. My grandfather was a Mason. I didn't know that until after the fact. I knew about all that Freemason and shit like that, but I didn't understand that I was in the midst of that. I was a byproduct of that. And that's exactly what they were grooming me to be. That's why they were trying to make me become this big entertainer or this big public figure or big influencer, you know, public influencer. So I didn't want it. Clearly I didn't. And I admit, my first judgment, I did feel like, that I was owed something. And so maybe my mind wasn't in the right place. And I know it wasn't, you know, because I felt like, oh, well, I felt entitled, like this belongs to me. Why do you think that you deserve everything when our grandfathers just sat up here and said that he has something for each and every last one of us? And he knows this. But he wanted to be parsimonious and thought that everything was owed to him and take stuff. And he let people get into his ear, and he paid off so many damn people to hush their mouth and move away. That's why I know for certain they got a little bit over $1 million. I'll say that. They did. They did. So in order to obtain any of that mess, I would have to assume that role of Freemasonry. And I said hell to the motherfucking no. So then it went to somebody who wanted it, you know, badly than I did. And this is the one that wanted it. And it's so crazy that my sister, you know, and my brother at times, he's wishy-washy. He likes to play both sides, you know, but my sister, is funny that she sided with him, you know, but you sided for a measly old nothing. And look at him, he rolling in dough, you know. And my sister, she, you know, she's from a gang, Paru gang, and that's a whole nother different story within itself, you know. So she done all that type of stuff. So she's with the clan. She's with the demonic clan anyways. She's already with them. And that's that. But yeah, this is that. You know, this is him. You know, they blocked me on Twitter, but before they didn't. Oh, but now this is what they look like. They changed their pictures. Because look. This is her. Oh, this is him again. That's him again. My bad. I'm trying to find that picture where she. Yeah, this is it. This was her Twitter. Okay. So. It was like this. You know, she protected her tweets now, but it wasn't like that before when I looked her up. Okay. That was after our conversation. That's when she then went and blocked me and changed her picture to this. Just like his picture was this and that one, right? Hold on, let me go back to it. Now it's this. Look. Completely changed, and they blocked me. You got a mask on in the street, bro, and you got that because, yeah, you want to cover up your identity because you know I'm coming for y'all asses. Absolutely. Y'all made war with me. I don't want to hear none of that mess. Y'all made war with me. I was minding my own damn business. Y'all made war with me, so guess what? I'm going to make war back. You think I'm going to just shut up? Hell no, especially if y'all trying to still kill me just to silence me. No way. No way. So yeah, this is that. I mean, I pretty much, you know, summed it up. That's all I had to really say, you know. This is everything, you know. This is pretty much everything, you know, but these people are so demonic. So I want you guys to know these are the people that are heavily involved. Annette Cassandra Nelson, or Annette Nelson, you can refer to her to that as that. I don't care. You know, and she's a realtor. She doesn't work for Caldwell Banker Vista anymore. She doesn't. This is her, okay? This is her. So that's some BS, okay? That's some BS. Now I want to show you exactly what I said amounting. So this is everything that I've kind of factored in. And like I said, this is just a guesstimation because there's other things that need to be taken into account here that was not amounted into the totality of what they received, okay? Or should I say he? But it's them because they all did it together. So I'm pretty sure they didn't allow him to keep all that shit. He had to share it with them because they helped him do it. So they falsified all types of documents, man. Got documents falsely notarized, all that. So like I said, he got close to $1 million, right? Or a little bit over that, I believe. I believe that it was a little bit over $1 million. That's just my guesstimation. Okay? So this is what each of us, if it would have been equally split, each of us 6 ways, okay, we would have gotten a little bit over $500,000 each. Okay? And that's $500,000. But it's okay. I don't want none of that money. That's death. That's dead. That's blood money. Okay? It's death. Literally surrounding that. So my grandfather, how he obtained that, he sacrificed his own kids. That's the reason why my grandmother and him was still living when they all died. And my aunt was the last one that died. January 26, 2016. Okay? So why would I want anything like that? I would have to assume Freemasonry just to touch any of that money. So I don't care. But the truth is that even if the Most High wanted to allow me to have that damn house, this plate, hold on. Let me go back. This place, because this has my name on it. It does. It does. It has my name on it and it has my brother's name on it as well. Because we're the only ones in the family who has the actual last name, aside from my 2 brothers outside of the union. But there's no guarantee if they're actually even really truly in the will or the living trust, because my grandfather never wanted to claim them. Even though we always knew that they were our brothers, you know. My grandfather never wanted to claim them. So I imagine that he didn't put them in there. But they could still get something, you see, because they have proof that my dad, when he was alive and living, claimed them. They're on his name is on their birth certificate. Okay, so they'll still be able to claim to get something, even though they're not in the will or the trust. And they knew that. They knew that. That's why they paid them off. Okay, so that's all I have to say. You know, these are the people. This is Jim. Her name is Jim Canaban or whatever the hell. Oh, Panganiban, I think that's how you pronounce it. Panganiban. And you see how she has Booker as her last name? Yeah. So yeah, this is them. You know. Shamiki Stringer, that's her. That's Annette Nelson. I don't have a picture of Paul Hudson. I can't find him, but that's Annette Nelson's son. And then this is Jonathan Vincent Booker, my first cousin. He is the youngest out of us 4. The self-hating CooNell himself. Okay? So yeah, if anything happens to me, yeah, this is all the proof. These videos will be up here, you know. Maybe because I do have to expose my own damn family as well. My own immediate family, you know, because they are part of this shit too. So they don't get they don't get off the hook. And, you know, I'm about to be homeless again, you know, but it's okay. I'll be all right. You know, the Most High gonna take care of me. I'm gonna still do his will. And all I'm gonna say is that if you are targeted, I mean, truly, truly targeted, You know, stay in the fight, expose these people. I don't care, because the thing is that can't nobody tell you how you supposed to war, how you supposed to, carry out your warfare, especially if these people then made war with you. No one can tell you that. As long as, I mean, there are some come on now, there are some limitations. So I wouldn't definitely go ahead and try to harm these people. You know, that's not in my character, and I wouldn't try to, encourage anybody who's targeted to go and try to harm the people who has inflicted, these things upon you. So I just say, allow for the Most High to carry out that judgment, but you can still expose these people without being physically violent. You know what I mean? You can still use your word of mouth, and you can use the evidence that you have to prove, these people putting you in this program and doing this wicked shit to you. So this is all the stuff, but this is all public record. You know what I mean? This is all public record. Anybody can go and look this stuff up. So it's true. They haven't altered anything like that. So I'm just showing you guys who these people are, because if anything happens to me, then I've already put their names out there. Okay? And I'm going to let the Most High do the rest. I'm going to let him get them, because he is going to get them. I don't care. I don't have to do nothing but just tell the truth. And I'm going to continue to do that. Peace and blessings. You guys stay strong out there. All of my brothers and sisters in the faith. And stay in the fight. Peace.